This is the majestic Mulkear River, which forms part of the Lower Shannon Special Area of Conservation. Home to a wide variety of fish species, the Mulkear Catchment covers an area of 650 square kilometres and spans the counties of Limerick and Tipperary. The river supports substantial populations of protected species, including sea lamprey and otter, as well as producing a significant annual salmon run. The EU Life Nature project, MulkearLIFE, has been running since late 2009, and it aims to restore and protect the river and its habitats through in-stream rehabilitation works. This film will examine life within the wider Mulkear Catchment and the work of MulkearLIFE and its legacy as it reaches completion.
MulkearLIFE is a 5-year integrated catchment management project. It's funded under the EU Life Nature programme. It's got a budget of 1.75 million, and it has been a project that has run for the last 5 years. It's got about a half a year left. It'll finish December 2014. The key project partners include Inland Fisheries Ireland, who are the coordinating beneficiary, so they're coordinating all the various programmes of work. And then the parties actually undertaking the work include Limerick County Council and the Office of Public Works. And then there's a very significant financial partner in the National Parks and Wildlife Service that act as a co-financier of the project. We have a catchment management group that works as, if you like, the project advisory group with all the various role players, all the various stakeholders that are involved in the Mulkear, and that grouping sets a work programme and we report back to that grouping on the work done and on the direction that the work should take.
The Inland Fisheries Ireland have a fundamental role with the MulkearLIFE project. It is our responsibility to ensure that the project is a success on the ground and that we are the reporting mechanism between here and the EU Commission, who have provided a substantial amount of funding towards the project.
The OPW has been involved in this project since the beginning of the project for the last 5 years. Originally we were involved with the planning of it for the application to EU for funding, and when that was successful we became involved in the actual works on the ground.
The work we would have carried out mainly during the 4 years would be the placement of random rubble mats and chemical spraying of hogweed and knotweed.
Protecting and enhancing the Mulkear River and its natural heritage is an important part of MulkearLIFE's work in boosting tourism in the area.
I was involved in the MulkearLIFE from the very beginning, and I was nominated by Shannon Development as a tourism representative to look after the tourism interests on the river. Here we have a bed and breakfast and an angling centre where we offer complete packages to overseas anglers, and when they arrive in Ireland I take over and I look after them at that stage, and I try to fulfil all their needs. I organise everything from their licence permits, I give them all the equipment that they require, and I organise guides and boats for them. I think the catchment management has created a great awareness of tourism and the importance of tourism to the area and to the region.
The National Parks and Wildlife Service have actually been engaged on 2 levels with the MulkearLIFE project. One through our local regional staff who've been involved in the steering group, and then myself from the scientific side I've been involved in the technical advisory group. So we've had a great opportunity here to both engage with the local community but also to give advice in terms of how the project might deliver in terms of scientific results.
Inland Fisheries Ireland is the agency with statutory responsibility for the management, conservation and enhancement and protection of our inland fisheries resource. And so this particular project is interesting and important because it brings together works in relation to lamprey, salmon, otters, which are very much an integral part of the riverine infrastructure, and also it looks at invasive species. And what's considerably important in terms of this specific project is it has a significant, what I would describe as citizen science element, bringing together conservation volunteers and other stakeholders in the catchment. So really it underpins all of the work in which we do here at IFI.